Hi, today I'm gonna review this book, The Vegetarian by Han Kang. If I had to describe this book in one sentence, I would say that this is not a book about vegetarianism. Rather, this is a book about violence, control, and complex quiet rebellion of a human mind. When I first started reading this novel, I thought it was philosophical, symbolic, but what I found out was much darker, disturbing, and unsettling. The story follows Yong-hae, a woman who suddenly stops eating meat because of horrific dreams she had. It sounds simple, but in her world, it becomes an act of rebellion. And that's where the novel becomes fascinating. Because the real horror are not in her dreams, those are the people around her. Her husband sees her as inconvenience. Her family treats her body as something they own. The society cannot tolerate someone who refuses to conform. The most shocking moments in the book are when her family physically forces meat into her mouth. This is not just about the food, this is about the power. It asks a serious question that how much control the society has on our bodies. As the story progresses, Yong-hae slowly withdraws herself from the world. She stops eating food altogether. She becomes distant and almost ghost-like. And this is where the story becomes symbolic. For me, her vegetarianism is not about animals or diet. It is a desperate attempt to reject violence. If humans are capable of abuse, domination, and cruelty, then maybe the only way to escape it was to stop participating in that system. But the tragedy is that the world will not allow her to exist outside the rules. Another disturbing layer of the book was how people projects their desire on her. Her husband wants obedience. Her brother-in-law turns her into an artistic obsession. Her family wants control. Yet nobody asks how she feels. In a way, Yong-hae becomes less of a person and more of a surface for their own desires. And maybe that is why she begins to reject being a human altogether. At the end of the novel, the reality is blurred. She thinks that she can become a tree. It seems absurd at first, but if you really think about it, trees just exist. They don't harm anyone, or they do not consume anything. So maybe this transformation is her final escape from the violent world. What makes the novel powerful is that it refuses to explain everything. Was she mentally ill? Was this a trauma? Was this a protest? Or was it a purest form of resistance? There is no clear solution. The book leaves us in discomfort, and maybe that is the point. Because I think that this is the message from this story is that sometimes the person labeled as mad is the only one who refuses to accept the brutal system, and that makes everyone uneasy. This novel is dark, unsettling, and deeply symbolic. This is not an easy read, but definitely unforgettable one. I think that is what the author wanted.